Okay, ready?
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, end of the week at City Hall. As I do at the end of each week, I bring you some information of what has occurred here this week and provide you with certain updates about things that we might expect for the coming week. I think spring has finally come to our city. I'm anticipating the weather will be getting much better, and so I'm asking everyone as you're out and about to please drive safely, be careful, pay attention to pedestrians, bicycles, motorcycles. Everybody's getting back out on the road, so please be attentive to all of that. This past week, we announced a series of security initiatives for our city. Specifically, we have American Rescue Plan funding in the sum of nearly $5 million that we have appropriated for our city police department. Those funds will be used to purchase body cameras that will be state-of-the-art Axon Body 3 cameras. They are currently the cameras used by both the state police and the county sheriff's department. Our current cameras obviously have been a rather disappointment. They've probably been in business for a decade or more. And so it was time for us to be able to provide both our police department and our community with better technology relative to the body cameras. These new cameras will have crisp, clear audio and video. They'll allow for clearer visuals and remain fixed to the officer during movement. The other cameras were spotty in that regard, were difficult to control, and often unable to provide valuable data for both police and for the community. Also, we will be obtaining virtual reality equipment so that our officers could be trained virtually with regard to certain circumstances, situations they might find themselves in. I think what it'll do is it'll allow supervisors training our officers to make them better equipped as they go out into the community with the potential of facing certain situations. We also are going to be opening substations throughout the city. These substations, while not permanently or manned as the central police station, they will be resources that will increase officers' ability to respond. One will be located at the Doris Jones Family Resource Center on 9th Street, and the other will be out at the Niagara Falls Water Treatment Facility on Buffalo Avenue. These provide, launch points for our officers so that they're in a position to be able to respond more quickly in those sectors as well as throughout the community. We have also had appropriation for new police vehicles that will be fully equipped with latest technology in order to allow our police officers to be able to, again, respond as well as to be able to depend upon the technology in their vehicles to provide a higher sense of security. I think this is the first time we've purchased new vehicles probably in the last half decade or so. So we're happy to be able to provide this new and improved equipment through our American Rescue Plan funding. You may recall back in November of last year when the administration announced our intentions after our various community meetings, our intentions for the expenditure of this money. These were the items, some of the items that were indicated. Additionally, we also made announcements for nearly $5 million in funding for our fire department. You know, one of the things that our fire department has been battling with is, rolling up onto a fully engaged building and then having to figure out not only in the hectic situation that it presents, but also with smoke and fire, to be able to go into a building and look for either the source and or for individuals who are in the building. The current cameras that were used did not provide the appropriate information for our firefighters to be able to safely go through a building. So we've purchased new thermal imaging cameras. They are also state-of-the-art at this point. They allow firefighters to see through smoke, fire, and darkness. They can locate hot spots, sources of fire, possible victims. They also provide temperature readings on the screen in order for the firefighters to understand significantly hot areas within a fully engaged building. These cameras will allow firefighters to be able to target the source of a fire more quickly, and in fact be able to do that before they even enter a building fully. So this will provide some safety to our firefighters, allow our firefighters to do their job even more efficiently. We'll be providing a series of fire station upgrades. As I said previously, our public safety professionals are out there not only keeping our community safe, but also putting themselves in very difficult situations. And so particularly our firefighters, when they return to their firehouses, a tour that I made last summer really reflected the fact that they had more than a decade's worth of neglect, things that just, we shouldn't be expecting our public safety professionals to have to go back to those facilities in that situation and condition after they've been doing the kinds of things that they are challenged to do. So we'll be providing those upgrades all throughout this year, throughout most of our fire halls. We've also announced for our business community security systems. The offer from the City of Niagara Falls is to reimburse businesses who install security camera systems. We will be reimbursing the businesses up to the amount of $700. $700 is an amount that provides for a basic security camera system, which will provide for night vision as well as a 30-day storage. That information has come to us through our consultation with Technical Solutions. We want to thank Technical Solutions for their work with us to provide that information. This $700 reimbursement obviously won't pay for any installation or subscription costs. And if a business wanted to install something higher than that, they're fully able to do that. We will reimburse up to the $700 amount. In order to qualify for this system, and for this rebate rather, you have to have your business license, has to be up to date. All of your taxes and fees have to be paid and up to date. You have to provide proof of purchase and allow inspection that the system is installed and is operating properly. Part of the contract will require you to keep the cameras operational for at least 3 years, and you have to agree as part of the contract to provide law enforcement with the opportunity to be able to view the video and pictures upon request. Further details on how to participate will be out in the coming weeks. This will be administered through our economic development office. I had the pleasure this week as well to participate in the Walk Against Child Abuse. The Child Advocacy Center, Focus on Families, and so many other groups organized yesterday at Hyde Park to walk to raise funds and to raise awareness that the continued problem of child abuse in our community as well as in other communities. We think that the more attention we can bring to the resources that are available, our hope is that individuals who do see something will say something. There are resources in the community for individuals to reach out to. The hope is that we can continue to drive down the numbers of child abuse cases in our community. It is unfortunate that we still have to have this difficulty within our community, but like many other communities, we continue to battle it, and hopefully, with the resources that we have available, both in law enforcement as well as in social services and throughout the community, we'll do a good job of trying to reduce the incidences of child abuse. I also had the pleasure of becoming an honorary inductee into the Phi Delta Phi International Law Fraternity at Niagara University. The pre-law department at Niagara University has provided this office with some pretty incredible interns over the course of my time here. Marin Geiger and Gabby Moran have each served here throughout the first 2 years of my administration, and both have provided incredible assistance on projects and tasks that they have been given throughout their time serving here. I'm proud of their work, and I'm also proud of the fact that Phi Delta Phi has provided me with this honorary induction. Again, I think that if we can continue to focus on the fact that our community has so many things to offer. I think that we are still in search of lifeguards. So if you have anybody in your family who is 16 years or older and would like to become a lifeguard, please contact our office and we will be able to set you up with the necessary information. Again, lifeguards are important for us to be able to open all 3 pools in our community. If we fail to get the appropriate number of lifeguards for the pools, obviously we'll have to make some adjustments into how the pools will be open for this year. As I indicated earlier, this weekend promises to be a greater improvement over last weekend when snow came. So I'm asking everyone, if you're out and about, please make sure that you're safe. Make sure that you also to continue to remind everyone that if you have not been vaccinated, the numbers of COVID-19 continue to tick up all across Western New York. Niagara Falls is not immune to that. Please make sure that if you haven't been vaccinated, please become vaccinated. Receive your booster. I know there's a second booster out there. I've received notice that I'm eligible, and I'm intending to go and get that done. So please, I ask everyone to be safe, be healthy, and enjoy this great weekend.